Hey everyone, it's Karen, and on today's podcast, I am actually have interviewed somebody, but she is not available at this time. So I gave her the interview questions, and she gave me her answers. So I'm going to do the whole interview, and then I'm also going to provide this artist that I have chosen to interview today. I'm going to leave all of her tags in the comments, and make sure you go follow her because she does some really cool stuff. I don't know if you all like skull heads, like deer heads, sheep heads that still have the horns, and she just paints, puts a whole bunch of jewelry, puts them on frames. But yeah, let's just get started and learn a little bit about Slada and find out how she became an artist. And so my first question was, what are your favorite mediums to work with and why? Her response was, my favorite mediums are watercolor and clay. I like watercolor because it follows my painting process from light to dark. I like to manipulate the color on the paper and move it around. Clay because it's one way to decorate the antlers. If I find something better, I would use that instead. The next question I asked was, where do you find inspiration for your art? She says, I dislike social media, and for a while I didn't even have a cell phone. So the ideas came exclusively from my head. I would say that I am greatly influenced by bands and the goth subculture. And I would 100% agree with that based on her work that I have seen. And it's amazing. It really is. And I didn't know that she didn't have a cell phone. This is a true example of an artist, not looking at other stuff, just getting supplies and doing it. That's what I love, really raw material. I love it. How did you define success as an artist was my third question. Her response was, success as an artist for me means that someone somewhere has something of yours. It means a lot to me, to them, and they remember you sometimes. I completely agree. I would say that's how I feel too as an artist. And actually as a plant mom, because I grow spider plants for one of an example. Again, this is on another episode on a different channel about plants, but I understand where she's coming from. I've gave my baby spider plants to a few coworkers that have retired here last month, I think, and they had came back saying that they were really happy to see that plant because they thought of me and my smile every single day. So I understand. And then my fourth question was, what are your long-term goals as an artist? My goals as an artist have already been achieved. If I can make someone happy and I have the means to do it, then why not show that person that someone is thinking of them or that someone cares about what they do? I'm thinking primarily of people who create music, another form of art, or immortalizing someone's pet. There's no greater gift. I really like how she just said, I'm thinking primarily of people who create music, another form of art. She is seeing the vision as I am as well. As I had said earlier, there are so many different forms of art. Music, painting, sculptures, drawing, writing, photography, modeling. Everything is art that you do when you put yourself out there. You are art. You are walking art. You are beautiful. So I really like that. That was a good sentence. And then the whole, or immortalizing someone's pet. I'm not really into that, but I know a lot of people are, and it is helpful for them because they lost a pet. They want to see it still. So my other last two questions I had for her were, what are some of the biggest challenges you face as an artist? Her response was, if I lived exclusively from art, I would have many challenges. Since I created because I love it, the only problem I have is a lack of time. I 100% agree with you on that because I never have time for anything, literally. But yet you have a whole day's worth of stuff. You have 24 hours. Yet I don't have enough time. Completely agree with you. And then my last question, how do you stay motivated and inspired in your work? Her response, it comes naturally to me, but in difficult life situations, I can lose my will. Then it is important to work on yourself. Keep leveling through life and never lose yourself. Those are some very wise words. How I had said previously about in one of my other episodes, how I had lost interest and got really depressed and stuff, and my friend Emily had bought me some of those scratch pictures that you just take a metal thing, you scratch a picture and it comes out. I completely agree because she was able to help me when she bought that for me. She was able to continue to baby push me, like, come on, Karen, you know you still want to do art. You're just depressed. Let's have some color and stuff in your life. So I completely agree with that. And her last little bit that she wanted to add was, thank you very much for this opportunity, and I wish you the best of luck and fun with the podcast. Thank you, Slada, for this inspiration and your outlook on what it is to be an artist. I just really enjoy hearing artists' stories. Yes, some of us all are kind of the same, but also since we have different mediums, we are all honestly a different person. We all have the same goal, which is to be artists, do art, show off our art. We get that, but we are also that as well. So thank you again, Slada, for answering all my questions and being on this podcast and accepting me to still post this. I really appreciate this, your time, energy, and effort that you have put into this. Keep doing it. I love it. I love seeing your artwork. You inspire me because honestly, last year I had got a bunch of a tailbone, I think, from a deer, and I got some other bones. I'm trying to really get into all different types of artwork because I like being diversical, where I can just do so much of all things so that people are seeing that I'm versatile. I can do all aspects, where bone artwork, painting on canvas, paper, watercolor on anything, shoe designs. That's my purpose, is to show that I can do it all. I feel. So thank you again for coming on here and answering these questions for me, Slada. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. And like I said, everybody make sure you go look at her stuff, her artwork. She has an Instagram page, I know for sure. And I'm going to add that link here recently. So make sure that you keep following me. I'm going to be having plenty of more artists of all varieties coming in on this podcast. So keep watching. Everybody, bye. Have a good day.